Yeah, we had good work too. I thought pretty good work. I thought explosive work, competitive work, inconsistent at times. We're playing so many people though. Consistency is always a challenge. It's always a challenge, period, but it is even more when you do that. But, I thought both sides fought to claw their way back in it, and we were kind of consistent about doing that. So.
You mentioned in the past just how hard it is for quarterbacks to find a rhythm in scrimmages like this. I guess what did you see from Will and Sawyer today, and how would you assess their play?
I thought pretty good. I thought so Sawyer's group went against the one, so it was 2s on 1s. So Sawyer had his work cut out for him, and then it was a little bit of a slanted field. Did have a pretty good drive, which I wish they would have finished. That second one. First one I thought was tough getting out of the blocks, and then did some good things after that too. But and then I thought Will was consistent, other than came out his second go around. The whole group came out soft. I think they thought it was going to be easy or something. They got hit right in the mouth, but then they recovered. And then I thought defensively we ran to the ball and tackled pretty well today. And then, they keep carving out turnovers. And then we have a little bit of depth working with the third group, because you can't always even work the third group. We were able to work the third group twice and have linemen able to do it and receivers able to do it, that type of thing, and then also a defense, because the hardest thing is O-line and D-line, and so we were able to manufacture pretty good work there, and you can't always do that. And then, of course, when we got down below that, then it was Pascal. But I thought it was good. I thought, I thought everybody played together pretty hard, pretty well.
You got obviously a few more practices to go, but up to this point, are there any guys that you've seen make a jump or take a jump this spring?
Slowly, kind of, sometimes. It's you see good things out of a lot of guys. Then the question becomes, can they do it every time? So we're battling that. We got some guys that can do it sometimes, but. Some guys kind of emerged today, I thought, and then so that was good to see. And then, some of our new guys are starting to get in the swing of things too.
Well, obviously, with the rest of spring practices, what's kind of your goals, or what do you want to get out of these last few practices?
Well, we'll have a business as usual practice the next one, and as well as Saturday. Thursday we're going to try to make the corrections off of film tonight, and then Saturday will be a regular practice, and then we'll scrimmage again on Tuesday.
You mentioned some of those turnovers earlier. I know Sawyer's had a few interceptions the first couple scrimmages for you guys. How much of that is just kind of him getting more reps, reading defenses, and getting a bit more comfortable back there?
I think it's a little of both. I think sometimes he tries to make too much happen. Sometimes receivers aren't in the right place, and then especially today, sometimes he's doing it under pretty good duress.
You got a lot of experience back on the interior of the offensive line, and we'll get Cole Smith back for training camp. But what's your thoughts been on the offensive tackles and trying to find the right mix there?
I think dollar bills looked really good there. I think that Percy is ahead of schedule. I think that maybe it wasn't apparent to everybody, but we thought, Albert had a chance to do a lot of good things, and sometimes what Albert's doing is a little clouded by the fact he goes against Tyrus a lot. And then, I do think they've done some pretty good things there, and I think that, and then we've kind of had a committee for the second tackle on the right, but the other guys that figure in at tackle are Nick Jones and Cam Jones, because they both have done it and they both do some good things. And then, the battle there is to try to get the 5 best on the field, and 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 then Lasoya's done a good job at center, and then of course, I think Sharp kind of leads the group. He's kind of he's the quarterback of the O-line and does a good job of it.
With Calvin and Austin coming back, how much does that benefit those slot receiver positions with that kind of experience?
It's helped the young guys a lot. Austin actively goes out there and coaches them, and then other guys have kind of taken that approach too. So they're actively getting coached by these guys, in the back of the line, which I think has helped, and it's helped them do some good things. And one guy that had a tremendous scrimmage, that just got here was Jay Hobson, not to be confused with the other Jay Hobson. Some of those young guys have done a good job too. Hardrick, right? And then is really fast. Didn't get too many chances today, but looked good in practice.
Now that you've been doing this about a month out here in the spring, can you tell that a lot of these guys will, and your running backs, and so many of these guys have been around now and in this offense for 3 years? Is it pretty apparent in different feeling spring as compared to maybe a year ago?
It's still elusive, but less elusive than it was, So it's, you're always fixing something. It's like I think I said to somebody, it's like painting Disneyland. I read a thing when I was a kid, went to Disneyland, so I read the brochure all over the place. And they start painting at one side every night, and they never stop. They just keep rolling. So whatever you're looking at there, they're successively painting it. That's kind of like football, constant state of corrections.
There's a few guys in that group who have been a bit limited in the spring, but when you look at that front six defensively for you guys, there's a ton of experience coming back there as well. How excited are you for that group and the pressure that they could put on quarterbacks?
Our first group of D-line is hard to move the ball against. They're awfully disruptive, and then that last drive, then they can take advantage of it a little, so line up in zero and man and blitz a bunch of guys and just know that they're going to get home, and then, now those linebackers are starting to pick their gap and come in and unloading on the running back, and which it can be hard from the standpoint that they get a running start, so. And then we're getting a little better at getting it, doing something quick in those instances. Got a touchdown out of it, got a real good completion to Rufus. Came close on some others, completed some others too.